trip, and Chad kind of took me to this field of sunflowers. Do you know what it's called, Chad?
Ooltewah sunflower field.
Yeah. They aren't closed, I mean they aren't open right now, but we can still kind of walk around, and it's just like the air's already so fresh, which is awesome.
So we are on our first day of our trip, and the roads are completely empty because it's a Monday, and we are in the National Forest. I will write out what it was. Nantahala,
Nantahala, I think.
Nantahala, yeah.
Something like that.
And I'm about to fly the drone. But we are officially married.
Something bit my foot.
Alright, so the audio did not record during this part, but Claire is going to describe what this night was like.
So this hike was actually one of my favorites. It was probably around 2 miles round trip. But basically you go through this wonderful field of wildflowers, and essentially you go up and you see this 360 view of the North Carolina mountains, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And we actually got to catch sunset, and there was only one other couple there. It was super quiet and serene, and originally we had hoped to escape the heat by going up north, and we definitely did. It was probably around 65 degrees that night, and it was just so breezy, and it was wonderful just being up in the mountains. And we didn't get to film much that night because we were just getting used to the van, but it was honestly one of the best first nights we could have asked for.
So pretty. I'm just filming.
Night night.
Night night.
Hi guys. We just made a stop, and Chad's actually taking a nap in the van while I'm just down by like this creek, dipping my feet and being surrounded by butterflies, and it's very exciting and it feels very whimsical. So this loop has had a ton of bikers, and they're all so nice, and one of them just told me to go look at this little waterfall that's like right across the street, and so that was just a fun little adventure. I'm gonna wake up Chad now and see what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. Snug as a bug in a rug. Well, now Chad wants to dip his feet in, so we're gonna go back down.
Hello.
Good nap, Chad?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go swim. So Claire and I just left our last spot, which was just swimming at a creek. I took a nap, and now as we're driving to Fontana Dam, we actually came across another dam
that was kind of cool. I'm going to show it.
It looks pretty neat.
All right. Well.
I thought the other one was big. This one's crazy.
So I've yet to see a plaque about the history, but because it was made in 1942 through 1945, it would seem that it could have been used to power Oak Ridge, which is where the atomic bomb was made, which is nearby somewhat, but it's very big. So I was somewhat right. So the dam was built in order to manufacture planes for World War II, and it was built by the TVA, and this water is actually the same water that will go to Chattanooga. And construction began in January 1942, and then it basically built a whole new town, and it was able, from the electricity from this one dam, it was able to build 50,000 aircraft and help the US win the war. That's what it says on this plaque.
You think Chad has the facts, but he's actually just reading the plaque.
What are we having tonight?
We are having tiki masala with rice, and we have the broccoli in there, some green peppers, mushrooms, and then some chicken.
And here's a look at the back. So we got multiple tables, kind of have our sink to the side, so wherever you're standing here it doesn't get wet. All the chicken is ready. Extra table.
We are currently in Bryson City, and I think we're just in a church parking lot, but it's overlooking the whole city, which is really awesome.
So Claire and I are making dinner now while Claire's cooking. I was just chopping all of the vegetables and I cut up all the meat. We packaged it back in the cooler. Cooler is holding pretty well, been draining it. Lots of ice left. It's only been more than 24 hours. But yeah, we're just getting used to the van.
It'd certainly be better plated, but that's what it looks like. So after tiki masala on that little church parking lot overlooking Bryson City, we decided to find somewhere to spend the night. So we came down the hill and we actually found this place on iOverlander, and it said that you could kind of park here. People might come knock on the window, but other than that, like, you can probably park here overnight. And so we've been sitting here for the past 2 hours maybe, but it's really nice. We've got like a nice river right behind us. It's raining a little bit, so there's a nice ambiance to it. And Chad is editing the wedding video, and I am just fixing up our itinerary and our route a little bit more. But we are thinking about heading out of Bryson City tomorrow and up to the Smokies, so that'll be really awesome. And hopefully we're just catching the cool weather as we keep going up.
So far, van life day 2 has been going pretty well, gotta say. It's definitely just as dirty as we expected. Already the van is getting a lot of dirt on the floor, but loving it.
Yeah, I just really want to wash the sweat off my head, but it's okay. I think we're both so gross at this point that it doesn't even matter anymore. Like, I think we're both over it. So yeah, it is what it is.
Alright, we are at the Great Smoky Mountain National Park Visitor Center. We are about to go look at some chickens.
I hope they're chickens. Last time I came there were chickens in the little barn, but yeah, this morning we woke up probably around 8:30, and it was just very peaceful last night actually. We really recommend where we stayed. And then we cooked some breakfast. We had some leftover tiki masala as well as some eggs and mushrooms. And then we just took like 2 hours to repack the car. But now we're in the Smokies, which is awesome.
Yep. So let's go see some chickens.
Unfortunately, there were no chickens or pigs or any other farm animals because I'm assuming it's from COVID. But we still got to walk around this area and see all the old little cabins that they built very long ago. And then I think now we're going to go on a hike somewhere maybe.
So Claire and I are climbing Chimney Tops right now.
Yes.
And I had to run back to the car because I didn't remember if I locked it or not. And we were already like a quarter of the way through. So I ran back to the car, ran back to Claire. Now we're on like the harder part of the hike. I'm sweating like crazy. Claire's sweating some, but I'm like drenched. Anyways, we are more than halfway there.
It says it's a strenuous hike, so.
They weren't lying.
Yeah, they weren't.
And yeah, we'll film once we get up to the top. Hello, so we made it to the top, and actually it is closed because there was a fire, so we can only look at chimney tops, but it's still pretty cool.
There it is.
Like it's definitely like there used to be like 10 years ago when I first did this trail. Looking good.
Oh yes.
Claire's shoes aren't very grippy, and I have like legit hiking boots, so I'm good to go.
No grip. Alright, so this is nearing the end of the trail, and what do you think? What do you rate the trail, Chad?
It's a solid trail. It's really well built. I would
really
give it a
good for a workout.
8.5. Like and difficulties also.
It was really pretty. Like there were some areas where you're just walking through fields of wildflowers, and that's something that the Smokies are known for. And we did get to see, I think, what is it? Azaleas, and there's another yellow flower, but they're just everywhere and they're so beautiful. And yeah, even though the top was closed, we got a really nice look at the chimney top, I guess. Not climbing onto it, but yeah, I'm actually glad that it was closed, because if we did go up there, we would have been downpoured on, and then I don't even know if we'd be able to make it back down.
Sorry for the interruption. Claire's gonna talk again.
So right now we're heading back to our van, and we are planning on having like grits, lemon pepper chicken, and peppers for dinner. And then hopefully we can figure out some way to rinse off, because we're quite dirty.
Yes. I'm so hungry. I'm always hungry. Overall, it was a very good hike. I am soaked, and hopefully the camera equipment is fine. It's in my backpack. Very wet. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, but I'm excited for dinner.
Alright, so we just made it to Clingmans Dome, and it kind of just overlooks the Smokies, and I think that there's going to be like a 360 view if we climb up to the very top. But already it's amazing, and I think we're going to catch sunset here. I would far prefer to use our funnel. So we're still going by the same dinner that we had before, except we're switching out the peppers with broccoli since we already had it cut. And it's really nice because we actually cut the chicken and the broccoli yesterday, so we're just throwing it on the pan and it'll be ready to go in maybe about 10 minutes. If you don't mind taking this.